Is episode 52. That is right. Episode 52, marking 1 year of our cosmic journey together. We've delved into mystery after mystery of the cosmos. We've done a bunch of astrology and we even explored the tarot. And in this milestone episode, we are going even deeper. We are diving in to the Virgo full moon. I couldn't be more thrilled to talk about this wonderful moon on this episode, episode 52. So we get dreamy vibes. We've got this Virgo Pisces access thing going on. We are also going to talk about Mercury and Pisces. And it is a cosmic celebration like no other. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me on this entire year, this entire journey. And stay tuned because at the end, just as we've done over the last couple of Twitchy Tuesdays, we've got the Twitchy tip of the week, which I'm really digging this for this week. So let's start with cleaning out the broom closet. Now I've already got the deck here. I have this cosmic tarot deck that was calling the name. We needed to get a little more Piscean, little more artsy, little more into the vibe. There was some need to do a little more than the Morgan Greer, and already out. First card is, as I was starting the show and things were getting live, was strength. And I mean, look at this beautiful artwork here and the representation in strength itself. So this card's going to come in clutch as kind of that overall energy for what we're going to be doing today. So, cleaning out the broom closet today and tomorrow. We are basking in the glow. We are basking in the glow of Pisces season. We are wading into the waters. We are getting this new energy, this very deep Piscean love that we have on the 20th and 21st. There are no direct aspects. It's just enjoying the journey into Pisces season. On the 22nd, Venus conjunct Mars in Aquarius. That is going to happen at 6 degrees, 58 minutes. And we've talked about this. This is that lovers meeting. We've got some Sabian symbols on it. We also talked about it in last week's Twitchy Tuesday episode. So this is a really fun, really amazing meetup. In Aquarius and Venus and Mars. And again, we'll bring out the strength. We'll bring out the strength of what that can be and how that can be interpreted and how that can be moved forward. So 223, Mercury will ingress into Pisces. So now we will have Neptune, we will have Saturn, the Sun, and Mercury all in Pisces. And then Sun in Pisces will square Pallas Athena in Sag at 4 degrees, 26 minutes. Then the next day, so Mercury will ingress. We're under the beams of the sun here on 224, the full moon in Virgo, which is how we're going to start off this Twitchy Tuesday, what we're really going to be focused on talking about. That will happen at 5 degrees, 23 minutes. Then Venus in Aquarius will square Jupiter in Taurus later that day at 10 degrees, 31 minutes. So this Venus and Mars actually squaring Jupiter in Taurus is a big energy signature as we go about this moon. So just to kind of keep that in mind. 225, the sun in Pisces will sextile Sirius in Capricorn, 6 degrees, 12 minutes. Mercury in Pisces will square Pallas Athena in Sag at 4 degrees, 58 minutes. And then rounding out the week on the Mercury in Pisces sextile Sirius in Capricorn, 6 degrees, 45 minutes. What I love about every single aspect this week, every aspect this week plays a part in our conversation about the Virgo full moon. So let's get into that. And again, we've got this beautiful strength card is going to be guiding us through these messages. Okay, the Virgo full moon. The Virgo full moon will happen on 224 at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time at 5 degrees, 23 minutes. It's going to trine Sirius and square Pallas Athena. So that is to the moon itself. Those are the, within a 3-degree orb, those are the aspects. So I do have the chart, but before I go into the chart, I really want to talk about the Pisces Virgo axis. This is going to be the first of plentiful, plentiful conversations over the next 52 episodes of Twitchy Tuesday that we're going to have about this Pisces and Virgo axis point. So this full moon is truly activating. It's that first activation right after the sun ingresses into Pisces season. So we get these couple of days where we get to kind of be in the water, feel the fishes, feel our getting into the emotions, getting into the Piscean energy. And then this activation immediately happens between the Virgo and Pisces axis, where we have the moon happening in Virgo, and then we have the sun in Pisces. So when I was feeling into this, the image that they gave me was this is like that moment when you're in the ocean and you're like walking and you're getting away from the beach and you kind of keep walking and you're at the point where the ocean's coming up to here. Every time a wave comes in, you're kind of like, whoa, okay, hold on. I'm not standing on ground anymore. I'm wading in the water at that point. So it's right at that moment, and I'm loving that the strengths here for this conversation. It's right at that moment where you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. Do I kick my feet up and actually begin to wade and begin to go out into the water? Do I have the strength? Do I have the courage to do that? Or is it time for me to turn back around and head back to shore? Do I have the strength? Do I have the courage to do that? And let's even take the strength and courage conversation up a notch. Do I have the strength and courage to discern which way is best for me at this current time? That that is the energy of this moon. For those that have seen Finding Nemo, it reminds me of the end of the reef, right? There's the reef edge and then there's the drop off to the deep ocean. Are you going to go out and touch the butt? Are you going to go out and touch the butt? That is what this Virgo full moon is asking. It's what it's illuminating. And again, that courage, that strength to one, know what you need, two, go after what you need, and three, be able to just it's again, it's do you want to go out and touch the butt or do you want to go back to shore? Because either way works very, very well. It's really about you. And that is going to be the big, big point in this conversation about this Virgo full moon is how you are the center of all of this. So this moon is going to be something that you want to pay attention to because it's full, it's illuminative, it wants to be seen, it wants something to be seen. It's our first taste of a moon cycle with Saturn in Pisces. It's this kind of first moment of 2024 where we get insight into what is to come in our second eclipse season at the end of the year. That is when we will have our first Pisces eclipse. Yes. Yes. I believe that's accurate. Hold on, Nessie. Now I am questioning myself. I believe the next eclipse cycle, I think the first one is in Pisces. That's March. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, it is going to be a partial lunar eclipse September 17th. This is why we have a honeycomb. This is why we're prepared. This is my Virgo love right here. It will happen at 25 degrees, 41 minutes of Pisces. So kind of snuck in there. Like that wasn't something I was looking for at the beginning of the year. I didn't even realize we were shifting nodes, like the first Pisces Virgo access of when the nodes shift into those signs was going to happen this year. Like that was kind of a surprise moment for me. Again, it's kind of that like sneaky, it kind of snuck in there, kind of those undertones. Um, that's how I kind of feel like this moon might be is there's something undertoned here. There's something Okay, you can call it sneaky if that's really what you want to call it, but it's like we have all of this energy contained, concentrated in the first decan of Pisces. This is where Saturn is, this is where the sun is, this is where Mercury is. And it's the first moon of the axis where the nodes are going to begin transitioning to. So again, we have that Pisces eclipse in September. And then when we get into next year, the nodes will actually shift into the Virgo Pisces axis. So I think we're going to see more of this activated in Virgo season when we get to that Pisces full moon. But there could be something here to begin to put your awareness around, contemplate. Again, there's the word discernment keeps coming up, and that wasn't even a word when I was sitting down with this moon. That came out fresh. So there's some needing for discernment around here. Given that Saturn's present, maybe it's not something that you need to look at right away. Two of Swords in the nighttime, in the full moon. Hello. Here we grow. Here we grow. Look at the level of like if this is not looking great for this moon. First off, there's a bunch of water. It's the full moon. There's a kitty cat. We all it's a cute kitty cat in this card. But here we have that contemplation, the internal, the you about all of this, and the swords. So the honesty, the discernment, the cutting understanding that is needed. And the fact that Saturn is present here for this moon, right by this moon, during this time, it's something to me that is long standing. It's not going to happen right away. This isn't like a decision that you need to make at this moon. This is the internal process of beginning to create long term growth, diligence, routines, habits, those sorts of things to get you down the farther picture. And given the fact that it's a 5, it is a 5-degree moon, there's balance, change, adaptability, individuality, the Hierophant energy. But that all starts here in this quiet solitude of contemplation, this Two of Swords, being honest, looking, observing, analyzing all the yummy, juicy Virgo-ness of it all, analyzing where you're currently at in this inner realm, because this card is very dark. This isn't, I mean, look at the stark difference. Who I am on the outsides, what is occurring on the insides. And these are the polarities that we're looking at. So with the Virgo Pisces axis, we're looking at things like chaos, Pisces, order, Virgo, victim, Pisces, martyr, Virgo, mutable water, Pisces, mutable earth, Virgo, broader perspectives, Pisces, stark analysis, Virgo, the macro of things, Pisces, the micro of things, Virgo. And it's this polarity of all of these different energies, all of this difference that is going on, but every single thing, these two cards, everything comes back to you. You. There is only one person in each of these cards. You. You are the only representative in these two cards right here. You are the only one that can walk your journey. You are the only one that can do things. You are the only one that can make choices. You. So this whole moon ends up in all of the midst of the conversations, which I'll show you here in a second, in the midst of all of these conversations, it all comes back to you and the choices that you make. Making the choice to balance the order out of chaos, making the choice to heal and get out of the victim, but not become the martyr, making the choice to let go of the overanalyzation. Overanalyzation, definitely that Two of Swords can come in there. And allow for the freedom to be a little bit more creative. You are the one that has to want to heal. You are the one that has to be okay with not doing everything perfectly and correctly and in this order and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You are the one that has to accept that your wounds are not your identity. You have to be the one to accept that you have made them your identity. You have to be the one to take the steps to begin to put things into place, the processes, the rituals, the habits, the routines to get out of those. You have to be the one to change the mindset, to put new neural pathways in place. You. This is a you moon. And for all intensive purposes, like, let's go ahead and take a look at this moon. Oh, hold on. Screen share went away. Let's get that screen capture back up. Oh, there it is. Perfect. All right. There is a lot of battles happening right now. So again, this is not like easy. This is not like, yeah, okay, well, you make it sound. No, this is all work. This is all diligence. This is all you wanting something more for yourself and being willing to have the strength and the courage, the fortitude, the understanding to do it. So there's battles that are happening here. Lots of them. Look at this chart. Look at all of this. Let me highlight the battles that are occurring, and we're gonna put them in this color right here. Here are the battles that are occurring. You've got this battle right here. All of this energy still confined in Aquarius. That's Pluto, Mercury, and Venus, all confined in Aquarius. Mercury and Venus just got out of their conjunction together, still definitely within their orb, still traveling together. You have all of this energy that's going on in Pisces, Mercury, the Sun, Saturn, Neptune. You have this conjunction still actively present in Aries with Chiron in the North Node. You have this present, Black Moon Lilith and Juno in Virgo. All of these, and look, I know that this is a 9-degree orb and it's wide, but you can even talk a little bit about this Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus being a separate battle, because this square, Jupiter square right here, boop, 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 all the way up to Venus and Mars, still very, very, very present. So here you have all of these different battles going on, and it's an internal war. This isn't outside, right? This is all in you, and nobody else is privy to what this means to you other than you. What all of this energy in Aquarius, all of this energy in Pisces, and this energy in Aries, Taurus, and up in Virgo, that means something totally different to me than it means to you. So this is that war, this internal war that you alone are going through. The battle lines have been clearly drawn on here. So let me get a different color to kind of showcase what I mean. You have this line drawn right here across the chart. Aquarius wants a little piece of this. Pisces wants a little piece. Aries wants this little piece. Taurus wants this little piece. Virgo is loud in the background with the moon right here. I want this little piece. They're all clustering. They've all drawn their battle lines. Aquarius thinks that this is this. Pisces thinks that we're going to do it this way. Well, Aries is here to say there ain't no way but my way. Wait, we've got Taurus to contend with. Hold on, Virgo's in the picture now. Whoa. All of these energies are coming in these clusters and they're pulling at each other. They're not, look, it's all across the chart from each other, from here to here. All of the energy just coming straight at each other. And here you have this trine with Sirius, who's over here. I told you all of these were coming back with the moon. Sirius is on the moon's side, bringing in some Capricorn energy. So where do you go to when all of this is happening and all this energy is just wah, wah, wah? Where do you go? Two of Swords. You go out on a nice full moon night, you sit with your cat, you sit on the dock of the bay, and you just go into self. You go into discernment. You go into quiet listening. You go into mediation, meditation. What is for me? What is not for me? Journal, spiritual bath. Go back to self. Bring all of that back to you. And thankfully, we have mediators here. So, what are the last two things that we haven't looked at yet? We have an axis of Gemini and Sagittarius. So, these are signs that are opposite to each other. And we have beautiful, beautiful support and goddess energy with Pallas Athena, which is up here in Sag, and Vesta, which is down here in Gemini. They are on the outside of all of this. They're watching this battle happen from way up here in their broader and higher perspective and looking down and going, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. Let's talk through some things. We have some things that we need to say. We can help mediate. Let's bring everybody to the table. Let's be the one that can settle this down. So what can they do for you in all of their ancient wisdom? How does this Pallas Athena and this Vesta show up? Vesta, intuition. So again, this is going to be our Vesta down here. Vesta, intuition, purpose, dedication, service, very much the higher octave of Virgo. In Gemini, Vesta teaches us the ability to be flexible. Flexible in how things come through for you. Things like your intuition, like your purpose, how you choose to dedicate yourself, how you choose to do your service. It ain't gotta be, and this is what Vesta is trying to tell all of this Virgo energy, it ain't gotta be so Virgo. It ain't gotta be so strict. It ain't gotta be so drawing these damn lines down. Just because you've always done it that way does not mean that you need to continue to do it that way. And if you're asking for something greater and higher than where you are right now, you can't do the things that you did back then in order to get there. It don't work like that. You have to become the person that can be the steward of the bigger dream, hold the capacity for the bigger dream. And Vesta knows this because, again, Vesta and Pallas Athena are on the outside of all of this. All of that noise can get really muddied in all of this center space over here. So Vesta's on that outside going, hold on, let's get a little more flexy here. Let's not look. She's kind of on this side over here where she's like, yeah, let's not be so rigid. Hold on. Immutable peoples. Let's go. And it's very simple for Vesta. What is mentally stimulating to you? Start there. Virgo, this moon, Virgo can be, here we go. Look, five of Swords and 3 of Cups. Okay. Look at Five of Swords. Uh-huh. Vesta in Gemini. It ain't got to be. So Virgo, here's another five. And then the Three of Cups, which is really interesting because there's only two people in this card, but we've got the Three Cups sitting in front of them. So it's finding new ways to do things. Finding things, this Three of Cups, that's mentally stimulating for you, that doesn't keep you in the pentagram, right? What is a pentagram? Well, first, there's a few things that are coming in with here. So, the pentagram, we're going to talk a little bit more about this, but how can you hear? How can you intuit? How can you, during all of this noise of this moon, how can you hear Pallas Athena and Vesta? Well, pentagram is protection. A pentagram is like it seals the spell. It provides a barrier so that way the magic can happen inside of it. And it contains Saturn. Hello. We've got Saturn right here, our friend down in Pisces. It's containing what you need to contain. I love that this Five of Pentacles is here because, again, this comes back to this is all about you. What are your needs? What practices do you need? What thing contain you? Don't be letting your energy get all willy-nilly out there, all free and loose out there during this. Yay, it's Pisces season. No, hold on. Hold it. Hold on. There's still a need. And I love that Saturn is here to help ground that in within that first decan. Drive down. Keep things contained. Do the work that you need to do. And then the Three of Cups can be here, bringing in that support. But you can't ask people for things that you don't even know that you need yet. So you have to do your work first. You have to sit here and determine what your needs actually are, then go to source for it. Go to people that can help you with that. If you're struggling, in this area, if you're struggling to find the strength and courage, if you're struggling with all of the different messages you're getting, then target. Don't be all over the place asking 8 different people for their opinions. Get down, come down, and say, okay, this is what I need. I figured it, I figured out, I've looked at all the pieces, Virgo. I've looked at all the pieces, I've analyzed all the things that I have. I know I need help in this area because this is what's mentally stimulating for me right now. This is the thing that keeps coming back up. So I'm going to go and target that thing and go and target people that are good at that thing that I know can give me reliable information. And you go and do it. There are many, 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 many roads to Zion. Many roads to Zion. Just because you've tried one road and it didn't get you there does not mean that the next pivot that you take, that road won't. So it is Vesta helping us with that flexibility. So what is Pallas Athena doing? So now Pallas Athena is up here. She is the warrior. She is truth. She is wisdom. And in Sag, she is looking at all of this down here and going, especially, let's just call it right here, especially in this Aries energy, and going, stop playing so damn small. Stop playing so small. Look, Pallas Athena, you'll hear my words. She ain't no joke. She has done way too much, seen way too much. She is our warrior, our truth teller, our wisdom imparter. And in Sag, it is all about stop playing small. Stop making it small. Stop making yourself small. Stop playing small. If you got things, if it's mentally stimulating, have the strength and courage to go after the things that you want. Additionally, coming down here now, stop having unrealistic expectations. I'm going to come back here. Stop having unrealistic expectations of yourself and stop having unrealistic expectations of others. If now you can have a goal, the Four of Cups, look at those unrealistic expectations coming in hot. Hot. You can have goals, right? So we're going to make this real easy. We're going to just talk about it in Nine of Cups. Look at all this Cups energy just coming out in the fire sign. We're just going to talk about it as like lifting weights. You can have a goal that you want to bench press 300 pounds, but if you can't even lift the bar, which typical bars are 45 pounds, unrealistic expectation for you to say that you're going to bench press 300 pounds and hit your goal in a month. That's not smart goal setting. And what does that do? What does that mentally do? It pulls you back because when you don't hit that unachievable goal, when you don't stop having unrealistic expectations, what you tell yourself and what neural pathways your brain ends up connecting to is you're not good enough. You're not worth enough. You're not doing things well enough. And you begin to create these programs that begin to run that keep you small. You can do the same thing with others. Look, that's a lot of energy to carry. This is a lot of water energy. This is a lot of emotional energy to carry. These might be expectations that you're placing on other people to be that emotional cup for you, to fill your cup all the time. That is not the point of a relationship. The point of a relationship is that you fill your own cup and come together with two full cups. That we want two full cups pouring out over each other at all times. And when you get a little down, that relationship knows how to give you the space and the support and the things needed to fill your cup up, gives you new suggestions, provides new insights and answers, etc., etc. And then you do the same on the other side. So there's this piece to this. I mean, this is just this Nine of Cups is such a lovely, lovely little thing. That's where I got feeling that relationship energy. But the other thing with Pallas Athena and Sag is stopping the right now mentality. So this is going to come down to here. And this Jupiter and all of this energy back up to Venus and Mars. We stop in this right now mentality. What that mentality is everything has to happen right now. If it doesn't happen right now, then obviously it's never going to happen. I'm not worth it. I can't do it. There's no way. Blah, 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 blah. Instead, stop the right now. It's never a no, it's a not now, and there's purpose behind that. So if I'm not being mentally stimulated to go off and do X, if I'm fighting against things, this is all where this Virgo, take this Two of Swords. Take a look at your landscape. Take a look at your internal processes. Take a look at the things that you want and your desires and your values and your goals and where you're at within them. And begin to, okay, where are things like, where am I stagnant? What things need to change? Use Virgo to see the finer details and Pallas Athena to see the bigger picture of things. Because that's what she's great at in Sag is this full body. I mean, look at Vesta can only be up right up here. Like Vesta, the only thing that we talked about her being responsible for is up in this region. Look at how much Pallas Athena can support and protect. give guidance to, provide her wisdom with. All of it, because she is in Sag, she can get this higher, bigger, higher perspective. And in Sag, especially, it's learning via experiences, going out and actually having experiences. There's a lot about the travel, the world viewpoints, meeting people that are different from you to gain different perspectives. Um, Again, finding different ways to fill your cup and not just being stagnant. We're in mutable signs. Use the mutability to our advantage. But ultimately, no matter what you do, you have to do it. You have to tap in. The devil, you have to tap in. You have to explore. You have to literally go out and touch the butt. You're the one that has to do that. You have to kick your legs up and start swimming. Doesn't mean that that is the direction that you should go, that you are going to take. You can choose to, again, go back to the beach. And that may be exactly where you need to be. But it is you owning the fact that you make the choice. And that choice, you have that internal knowing, you have that faith that the choice is the exact right choice for you with the information you have in the moment that you're in. But you can't, I love the, like all of this energy on this card, I'm just hearing the word bondage. Getting out of the bondage that things are happening like to you. Getting out of that you don't have an impact on where you're going, where you're swimming, what you want to do. Virgo full moons, lots of good energy here. Lots of things that are open that we can work through. It is gentle. This isn't, there's noise, but it's not harsh. It's not like, it's not so like smacking you upside the face, but it's also very serious. It's something that you don't want to waste. It's something that you don't want to like, all right, let's just pass by this. I don't want to do that work, so let's not, because the work isn't going anywhere. These cards, all of this energy is not going anywhere. This is present, whether you want to be an active part in it or not. And so, one way or another, it is going to work its way through you. Again, it's all about the choice to be an active participant in your journey or not. All right, that was the moon. Going to put these away. Let's get to Mercury in Pisces, and then we'll get our Twitchy tip of the week. We'll be out of here. All right, Mercury in Pisces. You kind of saw on the chart, Mercury was right there with the sun. He is under the beams of the sun, so he's not yet had his conjunction, which that's what we're going to talk about next Twitchy Tuesday episodes next week, because Mercury, Saturn, Cazimi all on the same day. Yeah, there's some things that we need to talk about there. But let's just talk about Mercury and Pisces. So Mercury in Pisces, he is in his detriment, which means he is farthest away from a home sign. That would be the home sign of Virgo, which Mercury rules. It's being in a detriment, it's not a strong placement for Mercury. It's, anytime a planet's in detriment, it's less desirable energy. I am really, really happy that Saturn, the chariot, look at that. I am really, really happy that Saturn is there, and Saturn is buffering that first decan of Pisces. because it's not like Mercury gets dunked into the deep end. Mercury gets to travel and be with Saturn, learn from Saturn, learn how Saturn has really started to ingrain this first 8 degrees of Pisces, and really allow Mercury to kind of have this understanding of what the journey ahead is going to look like. Because once he gets out of Saturn's kind of grasp and past Saturn and heads quickly through Pisces, he is going to start meeting up with Neptune, and that she can provide a lot of here, here, Mercury, especially in her home sign. Here, Mercury, let's go ahead and let's bring you down to the underworld. Let's bring you out down into this deep ocean. Let's get you just, loving the music, loving the waves, loving the vibe, loving let me show you our hospitality. Don't you want to stay here forever? So there can be this like really, we want Mercury to have this solid foundation with this chariot as he begins to move along. So Mercury and Pisces natives, this is very much the Dead Poets Society energy. Um, Mercury in Pisces, he can go in, again, chariot, he can go in and really fill all these spaces in the mind. It's like the mind's the ocean, and Mercury can just zoom all around and go to unexplored, uncharted areas of your mind and bring forth literal harmonies of the universe. Like it's just some of the most visionary energies, when it's in its highest expression, some of the most visionary energies, some of the most deeply artistic energy that you can find. I mean, you look at like visionary, and I'm talking big vision, like 20,000 leagues under the sea sort of vision, where here I have an author who wrote a book that literally described a submarine hundreds of years before it could even get built. And we had the technology to do stuff like that. That's that vision. It's the channeling of music and poetry and these like Edgar Allan Poe style, and just drawing up from the dredges of emotions, like even Christopher Marlowe. Like it's very deep, it's very chaotic. There's a lot of chaos within poetry and music and art, with Venus and Pisces natives. Oh, look, that Four of Cups coming back. Maybe Mercury had more to say than at that moon. He's like, wait, I was here. You ignored me. Let me come back and tell you more. It's a very deep love of the arts. Mercury and Pisces natives, they just have that tune of music, of poetry. They're channels. Here comes this Four of Cups. Emotional and energetic hygiene is super duper duper important if you have Mercury in Pisces, or during this time. Emotional and energetic hygiene. Making sure that you have your boundaries strong. Thank you, Saturn, but Saturn is here and waterlogged. These are very different energies, this chariot and this Four of Cups. Action, contemplation. I mean, if this isn't like what we were talking about with this moon and all of that other stuff, it's like, where are your boundaries with that, things that are coming at you? This whole Pisces season is about, there is action being taken in the chrysalis, in your transformation, right? Pisces season normally always reminds me of a caterpillar going into a cocoon, where literally that regeneration, going into goo to come out as a butterfly. This, that going into goo and that creating yourself again as a butterfly, that creation in the womb before birth of child, of an actual being, a human or an animal or any of those sorts of things. That's all movement. That's all action. That's all the Chariot. But there's this other side of it that carry in the chrysalis, in the cocoon, the caterpillar can literally do nothing but be there and just go into goo. I mean, that's it. It's just being there. As a mother, as somebody who is carrying child, creating new life, there ain't much for you to do. I mean, yeah, sure, you need to keep yourself healthy, hydrated, all of those things, but your body kind of does it, kind of takes care of all of it itself. There's some things that you need to do, but typically you just get to sit there and, be incubating a child. It grows inside of you automatically. So it's this Mercury and Pisces, it's this understanding that sometimes in the non-action is where the action actually happens. We're getting all kinds of Piscean right now. Sensitive. Let's go back to my notes. Sensitive. Mercury and Pisces natives are highly sensitive. This is a highly sensitive time when Mercury's in Pisces all around. The emotions are sensitive, the environment's sensitive, like being sensitive to noises, like in your environment, loud noises, um, not wanting to like be in environments with extremely loud noise, being sensitive to others and their energy, sensitive to other people's moods, being just kind of that all around just sensey. Everybody's just a little sensey right now. So Mercury and Pisces can also, especially natives, it's like Prince of Cups. It's like the epitome of shinning. It's the epitome of just like, let me live on a higher plane, the 5D, and just not be an active participant in human life. Okay. So some of the Mercury, I think, in order to kind of explain Pisces the best and Mercury and Pisces energy, let's look at people who have Mercury and Pisces. Now, obviously, this is their natal placement, and those things can be influenced by many other different things, but it does give a good understanding. Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain has Mercury and Pisces. Yoko Ono, Abraham Lincoln, which makes total sense when you went like looking at his chart. If you like astrology, that's a great chart to look at. Grimes, the artist Grimes, Maya Angelou, Justin Timberlake, Pedro Pascal, all of these very different Mercury and Pisces natives that you can really hone in on some of the things that we talked about. That visionary understanding, thinking, and seeing things bigger and broader and what's possible out there, the deep, deep love of the arts, being sensitive to the things, creating, very, very creative, but very emotional, very emotional. So, what I wanted to do, and I thought the best way to honor Mercury and Pisces would be to actually read a poem from Maya Angelou called When the Great Trees Fall, which I think for me, this poem truly gets at and is like having the channel of her Mercury and Pisces coming through this poem. So here is When the Great Trees Fall by Maya Angelou. When great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder. Lions hunker down in tall grass, and even elephants lumber after safety. When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear. When great souls die, the air around us becomes light, rare, sterile. We breathe briefly. Our eyes briefly see with hurtful clarity. Our memory suddenly sharpened examines, gnaws on the kind words unsaid, promised walks never taken. Great souls die, and our reality, bound to them, takes leave of us. Our souls, dependent upon their nurture, now shrink, wizened. Our minds, formed and informed by their radiance, fall away. We are not so much maddened as reduced to the unutterable ignorance of dark, cold caves. And when great souls die, after a period of peace blooms, slowly and always irregularly, spaces fill with a kind of soothing electric vibration. Our senses restored, never to be the same, whisper to us, they existed. They existed. We can be and be better, for they existed. Thank you, Maya Angelou. Bye bye, Need to Know. All right, let's. I don't even know how I'm going to get into the twitchy tip of the week after that. Like, that might just be enough. Before we get to the twitchy tip, though, if you are loving the journey, we are on episode 52. It has been a full year with Twitchy Tuesdays. If you haven't yet, consider giving us a cosmic blessing by hitting the thumbs up or the heart, subscribing or following to our channel, and exploring our other awesome content. Speaking of awesome content, we have 2 activated Sage sessions that are live right as of this moment, Astrovision 2024 and EF Astrology. EF Astrology launched, goal complete, got it in before Pisces season started, and it's got 2 active chapters. We've got 3 more to go, and those will be released over the rest of February. So you are in it to win it. Get in that course. It is awesome. We are very excited to start that program with everyone and see everyone in there. Astrovision is also up and running. We completed our first Q1 live Q&A session that you can see on YouTube and X, and our 2024 and Q1 overview. Now that it is Pisces season, put the veil up. They have been removed. So they have been removed from YouTube and X. So the only way to get that information is to join Astrovision 2024. And here's the best part. It is free. It is free to join. So all you have to do is go and find out the details right this way. Oop, that way, right there at habitualsages.com, or follow the links found in the description box or on our profile. Now, twitchy tip of the week. We got some strength here. So let's talk about how this strength can get these 2 twitchy tips that I have up and running. First tip, spiritual hygiene. I love that she is like almost with a towel, like she just got out of a bath. Like she's totally with us with this spiritual hygiene tip. Spiritual hygiene. Pisces season, great time to get a little spiritual hygiene. It's a great time to just scrub that aura, get the chakras working well, take a little deep dive into all of the different energetic spaces and places that you need to tighten up, you've left open, the energetic portals. If you've got extra, ties and tethers that need to be cut, getting those done. Really just taking time to cleanse and purify. Great word for this Virgo moon. Oh, look at this. 4 of Pentacles. I mean, if that doesn't look like they're in a therapist's office, hello, spiritual hygiene. Talking about it. 4 of Pentacles. Go out and get yourself, like, even if that's a tarot reading, DM me. Let's do a tarot reading. I can open up my books. Let's go. Even if it's, doing a natal chart reading, a transit chart, whatever that looks like, spiritual hygiene is the space to be in right now. And let's see if a card comes out for this one. Oh, there we go. Eight of Swords. Y'all, we need rest. We need rest. It's my second twitchy tip of the week. We need rest. We need rest. I'm not going to stop saying it like that because it just needs to be said. Like, I love that they look like they're in a ballet. This deck is wonderful. I'm going to have to use this deck more. We're going to explore more with this deck. Um, yeah, we need time to integrate. We need time to discern. We need time to go inside that. Going back to that Two of Swords, this is like that octave up of the Eight of Swords. Look, last night after dinner, I just went and laid in bed and watched The Crown on my phone because that's what the energy called for. That's exactly what I wanted. I was all in my clothes in bed, all the clothes on. I didn't want to sit on the couch with the dogs bouncing all over the place and I just rest, needed rest. So honor those things. It's okay. It's okay to take time to rest. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to take care of your spiritual self, your spiritual hygiene, your energetic hygiene. All of those things are valid. Listen to you, because this is again all about you. Listen to you, have the strength and the courage to discern what is needed for you, and then go out and get it. Go out and do the things. All right, that was the twitchy tip of the week. We are done, y'all. As we wrap up this mystical journey under the moonlight, remember to stay tuned for more cosmic revelations every Twitchy Tuesday. Until next time, may your days be filled with enchantment, your nights be guided by the stars, and your spirit forever be in tune with the cosmic dance. Keep those third eyes open, my Twitchy steakers. Blessed be and stay twitchy. Bye.